Hi there and welcome back to my channel. I have been gone most of the month. It has been a long month for me. You might have noticed that I haven't posted any book reviews or any wrap-ups for the 4 readathons that I participated in. So this is going to be all of them at the same time because I want to start December fresh. Doing reviews for every book is a lot of work and I'm just real tired. So here we are. So it was a pretty good reading month for me. The first readathon I participated in was Read-A-Rama, and although I changed my TBR, I did manage to get through the challenges. The next readathon I participated in, which was Scallywagathon, I read 3 out of the 4 books I was supposed to read, and the last 2 readathons that I participated in were Tome Topple, for which I read 3 tomes, well 3.5 tomes, I'm halfway through American Gods right now, and the other readathon was TBR Takedown, for which I read 2 books, and both of them were over 500 pages because Tome Topple and that one were running concurrently. So I think that was pretty good. I'll link all of the TBRs down in the description box below, so if you're wanting to know what I was planning on reading, you can find that out there. I might post some of the vlog footage I have for Scallywagathon. I might not. I was sick all that week. I've been sick off and on all month. My allergies have been bad and I had a couple colds conveniently at the time so that I wasn't working. But yes, so let's just get through these books, or let's continue on to these books. So this month I read a total of 10 books, which is pretty good, which was 4,763 pages. And I gave an average rating of 3.8 this month. I changed some of the ratings a couple of times as upon further reflection. They didn't quite meet the rating that I had given them. I tend to rate books higher and then knock them down. So because when I finish reading them, I feel bad for rating them low. But let's look at what I read. So the first book I finished this month was The Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie by Alan Bradley. I started this the 1st of November. I started this book. I was buddy reading it with my friend Amanda, so I don't know if she's finished it or started it. So I have to find out from her, but this is about a 12-year-old girl in 1950s who loves chemistry and she solves murders. So I don't know what could be better than this. My mom gave me this for Christmas last year, so I'm glad that I got it read before Christmas this year, and I absolutely love this book. I thought it was so much fun and I can't wait to continue on in the series, and I rated it 4 stars. Next I read Nimona. This is a graphic novel and it is quite nice on the inside. It's about heroes and villains and it was a lot of fun. I read it in one sitting and I rated it 5 stars. I loved it. It was so much fun. It was just absolutely fantastic. Next, I read Blood and Circuses by Kerry Greenwood. This is the 6th book in the Franny Fisher mystery series, and in this one, she joins a circus. It was a lot of fun. I love books with circuses in it. I have so many feelings about this book. I liked the mystery in this one too. It was more involved than some of the others because Franny was kind of in the mystery, which I thought was interesting. And there was still 2 mysteries that were connected, so the theme of the series was there. But if you have read any of the books in the series, I highly recommend continuing on with this one. I really enjoyed it and I rated it 4 stars. The thing that's great about the series is they're all really quick and fluffy reads, so they're really good if you just need something nice and light. Next, I did another buddy read with my friend Jacqueline, and we read The Fate of the Tearling, which is the 3rd book in the Queen of the Tearling series. I have mixed feelings on this book. I didn't like I love the first one. The first one blew me away. The second one I didn't like as much, but thought it was cool how they included like the past and made this society dystopic and not just medieval like. And this one was good too. It continued on with the past theme, which I really enjoyed, but I didn't like the ending. I found that the ending just kind of ruined the whole thing for me. So there'll be a series review for this coming up quite soon, and I rated this one 3 out of 5, so there we go. But I did enjoy this book and the series, and I will be looking forward to seeing what other things Erika Johansen writes, because I think this was her first series. I really don't know. I should have looked it up first, but doing research, not my thing. So the next readathon I participated in was Scallywagathon, and the first book that I read for that was, I think, The Queen of the Tearling. And the one that I know that I definitely read for it was The Queen of This Realm by Jean Plaidy, and it was for there being ships on the cover. So this is about Queen Elizabeth I, and it is like a memoiric novel. So it's like from her perspective. It was really cool. I really enjoyed it. My mom bought this for me when I was like 12, and I thought she was sick because she never buys me books because I have too many, and she brought me this one and another one home from a sale. But I was pleasantly surprised with this book. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed the writing style, and I think I will definitely be looking up more of this author's works, and hopefully I can find them because this book is really old. Next, and this is kind of what killed my momentum this month, I finished The History of Bees by Maja Lunde. I did not like this book. One of my goals for November was to kind of read books that I hadn't finished yet this year. There was a couple books that I started and then put down, and this was one of them. And like, I like the idea behind this book, but it was a slog. There was over 100 chapters in a book that is only 337 pages long. The perspective switches so quickly. I didn't have time to like get to know or, you know, attach myself to any of the characters in the novel. And the ending felt very convenient, the way that everything got like tied up in a little bow. So, I don't know, like, I just have a lot of problems with this book. It just, I rated it 2 stars. We're not going to talk about it anymore. Next, I read Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. I read this so that I could go see the movie, which I haven't seen yet, and I rated it 4 stars. This is the first novel in the Poirot series that I have read, and it is the 9th. So, in typical Colleen fashion, we have read this all out of order, but I really did enjoy this. It was my first Agatha Christie as well. I thought it was a lot of fun, so it was kind of nice to, like, pay homage to the creator of the cozy mystery, when cozy mystery is, like, becoming my favorite genre. Yeah, so 4 out of 5. Absolutely delightful. Can't wait to see the movie. Upon reading it, I do understand why not more people are mad that Poirot has, like, a fluffy mustache in the movie. But I'm so used to the masterpiece little pencil mustache that I can't see him any other way. But yeah, alas. Next, keeping up with my theme of finishing books this month, I finished The Drums of Autumn by Diana Gabaldon. I needed to take a break. I was reading these too close together, and that just doesn't work for me. So I got like a third of the way through, not even, and I put it down. But I'm really glad I picked it back up. I ended up really enjoying it. I thought that the ending was really good. I think that Roger is a little bit annoying and a little bit of a jerk. But I did rate it 4 stars, and I'm really looking forward to reading the next book. We'll see how it goes. Eventually I will finish this series, but yes. Fun. 4 stars. 4 stars. After that, I read this graphic novel called From Hell. It's about Jack the Ripper and who he might have been. And it was really interesting. I really liked the font in it. I hope you can see that well. I realized that I just did not choose a good page to show you, so that was a little not safe for work, but it also gives you insight into the book. When I picked this up, I thought it was going to be more about like the detectives, kind of like Ripper Street, which I really enjoyed, but it wasn't. It was weird. It was Masonic. I still don't know what I think about it, but I did enjoy it. I rated it 4 stars. If it had a little bit of color in it, it would have bumped my rating up a little bit more, because there were some scenes that was really hard to tell what was going on just because everything was in black and white. But I think it would have been enhanced if they had chosen to feature red. I'm just leaving it at that. And finally, because reading one book about a serial killer is not enough, I read The Stranger Beside Me by Anne Rule. This is, of course, about Ted Bundy. And for those of you who don't know, Anne Rule knew Ted Bundy before everyone knew that he killed people. They worked in a crisis center together, and she got a contract to write this book about missing girls before she knew it was her friend Ted. So it was a really interesting book to read, because you go through, and of course, when it was published, she knew, and things like that. She's actually written a couple of different forewords and a couple of different afterwards as the decades have gone by since Ted's execution, which is also very fascinating. And so you kind of start at the beginning when she didn't know too, and continue on to like when he gets caught, when he gets sent to jail, and when he gets electrocuted. I love this. My book club is reading this for this month. Soon you'll know all the books my book club is reading for the whole year. I'm just waiting on the 4th person in the club to pick her 3 books, and I'll show you them all. But this was our November pick. I'm so happy that we chose this. It's one of Candy Palmater's favorite books, and as you know, I love Candy with all of my heart. I think she's the coolest. So I was really excited to read one of the books that she recommended, and Becky has chosen some really great books that I like better than some of the other books that have been chosen so far, and this was one of her picks, and it's been one of the books that I've been really looking to read, so I was just so happy. And I rated this 4 stars. Very creepy, very cool, very much do not want to leave my house ever again. So those were all the books I read this month. It was a lot. I'm not picking them up because they've fallen over, but yeah, so if you've read any of the books that I have mentioned, or if you wanted a full review of them, I will do that for you. Let me know in the comment section down below. Love to hear your thoughts. And coming up on my channel soon, you're going to be seeing a book haul. You're going to be seeing a December TBR after I get my tree up, because I want a nice background. You're going to be seeing a readathon TBR because I'm clearly insane. You're going to be seeing 7 days of Harry Potter Christmas. Anyways, there's 7 days. That will be linked down below. It's not working. I'm sorry. I worked last night. My brain's a mess and I'm stressed. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you liked the books that I talked about. And if not, there's always next month. But we'll see you in the next video.